Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's up, everybody? And I'm back with another video I'm gonna do for this month, for y'all. Okay, my title I'm talking about today is DMX. Cause the video, I want to, get down to on what happened to DMX. Okay, first I'm titled the video. I'm titled is the okay my title I'm talking about today is the music industry sacrifice DMX. Okay, my title I'm talking about today is the music industry has sacrificed DMX, the legend, the rapper, the actor, So, okay, the video I'm giving my thoughts about this topic and my thoughts about what, I say why DMX had died and what had caused him to lose his life and during his whole entire life, his career and how the music industry had sacrificed him, because the drugs, or it could be how on how the music industry don't care about artists at all, or like some artists who get in the game, they trying to rap and they they get much more exposed, I said, to a lot of drugs in life and how it could be turn out bad for either other people. So here we go. Okay, okay, I believe DMX got sacrificed by the music industry by him. I say get involved with a lot of stuff, drugs, and how drugs can be a deadly vice for rappers and people who are, I say get involved with drugs and how drugs can inflict, infect your mind. But I think that Mace was a good artist that's been around back in the whole entire I say hip hop days, to when hip hop got yeah, I said back in the '90s, like to when like they got those big names like Master P, those other rappers that came out from the South, and I said East Coast rappers like DMX, and I said during the Rough Riders era, back in the I said late '99 in the 2000, I think, like those years was basically those years to when they got a lot of rappers who come from the down south, the East Coast and the West Coast, but yeah, I think DMX was a rapper that's trying to blow up from, I say, from New York, like New York is a big old city to where they got like rappers who trying to represent their state they're from, or New York. But and DMX was a yeah, I think he was the number one guy for all rappers who trying to blow up in the game, and yeah, I think that back then it was like Biggie Smalls that came from New York City, and how he trying to blow up from his city. He got killed in L.A. But after they became DMX, DMX that came along, and I see some other rappers that from New York City, like Fat Joe, Big Pun, or the other rappers that came like a couple years before that. But yeah, DMX had started his own career back in the I say around the early '90s. I think he started his career rapping, and yeah, I think he started his whole career, doing his whole hip hop thing, But yeah, he was a good talented rapper that came out of poverty, you know, him, being yeah, I said back then when his childhood, his childhood was bad childhood, his mother had bruised him when he was young. He, kind of grew up fast, grew up on his own, grew up in those foster homes, or those, yeah, I think the Mets had grew up in that, I don't know, in that bad childhood, life, and yeah, I think he did. So I think he got involved with a lot of stuff, when basically when he was young. But I heard somewhere on the internet that somebody gave him drugs when he was 14 years old. I think he got started with drugs when he was 14 years old. He got, yeah. First he came an addict to drugs. And he started getting involved with drugs when he was younger. But yeah, I think for like drugs, kind of never left his life. On how drugs can destroy your mentally, and how drugs can really can destroy your life mentally. How people don't know if drugs can really have a down effect on them. But DMX was a rapper that's he was a good talented dude, and somehow his life started to take a downward spiral, because he always I say getting involved with drugs, and he be arrested a lot of times, during his career. But his career came stagnant, all because he's trying to live right, and he's trying to get his life to what it needs to be. But his own life became I say it became in a crazy toxic world, on how his life became involved with drugs, and how drugs had I said influenced him to make wrong choices, But then Max was a good artist that that I would listen to his music. He made a lot of songs, a lot of movies too. Yeah, I seen a movie called Belly before. Like, Belly is a good movie that I seen him and Nas in the movie. But yeah, he did a lot of things while he was rapping. But the Max was a dude that's always a good guy. That will that's gonna be missed for his own career, his own life, and how his life had influenced like many other hip hop dudes start rapping. But yeah, I think he no, I think he gave his fans his type of delivery or rapping delivery, his styles, his skills and mic, on how on how he was trying to give his artists, I mean his fans, his own work, talent work, that he left behind. But yeah, I do believe that the music industry had, trying to destroy the image though, on how, like, once you're in the game, when you're a single rapper, Mr. People is going to give you something that can try to destroy your life. Period. Is drugs, and how the fame can be a downward spiral, because the fame can cause you to go down, go down to your to the where you cannot, I say be recovered from or move on from that, But I think like fame and the drugs and the money can have a person you know I say have a low um I say have a low integrity about themselves. How people who you judge for their for their guilt. About that about the Mess was a good talented dude. Who just got off the rails. All because he was in drugs, and how drugs can destroy your life, and how drugs can really can have a down deep influence on you. But but yeah, I think drugs is the number one people a thing that where, like, many people who get hooked on drugs is because they have a bad childhood experience, or they feel like drugs can really help them through life, and how drugs can really can cope with a lot of things. But yeah, I think when you go to these parties and the clubs, and they give you like a joint of weed, and they lace you with some drugs, like, things could be how they get. I said very much hooked on piece of P though. Like, piece of P is a drug that really can, alter your mind state. On how drugs can really alter your mind state is when smoke piece of P, because, like, they lace drugs with the piece of P joint. They give them people who think more crazy, rational. They think, probably, like, think that, like, something like hold on. Uh, so I think they think more, outside the box, on how drugs really can alter your mind. It's them doing evil stuff, they killing their own family off a piece of P, and they, kill their own cousins off, off of drugs, and how drugs can really, can really alter your mind, because there's people not think rational enough, or think, on what they're doing to them, make their own choices, like choices can be the own state downfall of rappers, on who basically involve drugs, how drugs can destroy your health, your mind state, your career, and basically everything else. And but I think DMX, God, sacrificed, or because drugs had into his life. How life can be not good. Especially like, yeah, especially like if you are one good dude who got involved with drugs early. They I don't know, like drugs can be the number one downfall of drugs on how folks who drink alcohol, smoke weed, they getting you know yeah, I said different down to a lot of things, but yeah, yeah, I think that Mess was was the rapper that's always trying to keep back from the habit, on how like he's trying to get back to church, or he's trying to get back to God, If I think God trying to like trying to help him out in his life, on trying how on basically on how God trying to trying to clean his life out, on how I said that Mess got got into a lot of stuff, but yeah, I think he's trying to I say get right with God, get right. I say well, on career, and trying to have a good life ahead of him, but yeah, I think he's trying to cut back from that habit that caused him to go to jail, that caused him to be, you know, I said put in that bad position. Timothy Metz was that dude, I said trying to give people in life hope and to be, I said successful, but yeah, I think drugs kind of caught up with him, on how, on how he died from a heart attack and how basically drugs had entered his life, on how the man's life became toxic is because, he was, basically involved with a lot of stuff, but yeah, I think music industry had trying to destroy DMX and how DMX, you know, got more into the drug life, on him trying to I said focus on yeah, I think trying to focus on his own career, but his career had died down over the years. I think he, trying to, be sober, or because like when you get sober in your life, means that you know, yeah, I say you have to think more differently outside your element, or basically, basically what you are becoming. But yeah, I think that Mess had got sacrificed, but by the ministry and drugs can destroy him. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So peace. I'm out here and take care.